The intermissions, they threw 19 shots at us in the second period, and thought we fed their transition an awful lot. We'd get the puck over the blue line, we'd pull up, turn it over, and they'd be coming back the other way. And so they were better than us in a lot of areas tonight, and they got the win.
The turnovers at the offensive blue line, obviously I know any coach doesn't like. Did you find your team at times was hoping passes were going to be made, and was St. Louis just disciplined being in the zone, or did your team just have some shoddy pass in the last four?
A combination of both. Their team played an exceptional game as far as back checking, tracking, catching people from behind, and cutting plays off. We were too stubborn and we talked about it, we were stubborn about those east-west lanes as you enter the zone, and we kept wanting to go to them and wanting to go to them. And instead of using the bottom of the end zone of the rink and trying to play off the goaltender's pads a little bit. So our stubbornness got us a bit there, and as a result, we didn't spend much time in the offensive zone, and that leads to frustration, and they capitalized on a few turnovers, and now the game's not going our way.
You guys viewed this as a measuring stick game. Is the gap a little bigger than you maybe thought it was between these two teams?
No, I don't think so. They capitalized on some opportunities that we fed them. It wasn't our best. If we throw our best at them, I think we come away with a chance to win. But we weren't close to being our best tonight. So.
You made the move with Yessi off the second line, and him, Strome, and Camilleri actually seem to have some decent chemistry. What did you like about Mike's first impression and Strome, those two together? I
liked the three together once Jesse got there. I thought more happened on that line. Jesse's speed, Mike's vision and his ability to shoot, and Strome's got a little more tenacity to his game. I didn't think much was going on with Nuge's line. Nuge didn't have a shot on goal tonight, and he had the 2-on-1 where he looked to pass off again, another one of those situations. So, Strome and Jesse and Mike, I thought put together some good shifts. They weren't a liability, so that was a positive.
Todd, you talked a lot, maybe more in the early going last season, about learning how to handle success as a team, and feel like you did that fairly well as a team last year. Maybe are you struggling to do that more this year? Well, it seems when you play well, there's a significant step back.
No, I'd say no. We played well the whole road trip, and we didn't take a step back at all. We came home and we played a good game. What I would say is I thought the Vegas game didn't set us up real well for this game. It was a completely different type of game, and I think we still had a little more Vegas in our in our game, in our mindset, the free lanes and the passing and the extra second that we didn't have tonight, and that affected us a bit, and we couldn't get it out of our system quick enough.
Jujar, you're expecting him to be available early on the road trip?
Well, we're hoping as early as Saturday, but again, the injury isn't major, but it's something that's keeping him out of the lineup, and if he's capable of playing, he'll be back in the lineup.
And will Slepyshev go on the trip or no?
Schlep will make the trip. We're gone for 10 or 11 days, so he'll make the trip, and we're hoping he's back at some point.
Todd, was your first line forcing it far too much tonight with McDavid?
I'm sorry?
First line forcing it far too much tonight. They got outplayed, it looked like, by Steve. It looked like they were trying to force passes.
Well, we talked about that earlier. I'm going to answer kind of the same question over. I'm going to give you the same answer. We get to the blue line, and they had a tenacity of back-checking, shutting lanes down, having good gaps, and we wanted to play east-west at the blue line, pull up and look for late people, and as a result, we turned it over and it went the other way, and that line was guilty of it, but so were the other three, and it was team-wide tonight. It wasn't just one line. I know that Shen, Tarasenko, those guys scored some goals tonight, but Connor's line wasn't on the ice for all of them. It was spread out amongst the team. And it's a team loss tonight. We just didn't play well enough.